Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Deborah, Shay, Juan, how are you guys doing? Izzy, Cece, Selah, good morning. Just let you know here that it is a great rainy Friday for me. So that is something that want to crawl back in bed, I guess. Yeah. So let me just kind of show you what's going on. Why is this up here? I have no idea. All right, so I will be testing in Toledo. So if you'll see here, so I'm going to be the 4th through the 12th, so Monday through the 8th, Friday, and then probably they have makeup days. So depending on how many people need to make up, I'll probably be gone part here. So there are no live classes, right? Anybody taking tests at all? Shouldn't Most of you shouldn't be taking tests, but some of you might, depending on what grade you're in. And we got 16 people here. So again, um, I'm going to have asynchronous classes next week. And a lot of the bonus is going to count as points, not bonus points. So I have week 16 started for you. I don't have the video links in yet, but most of the videos are going to be what they call Edpuzzle, and they'll count as points. So you'll get credit for watching the video, plus it'll go right directly on to the points for the week because I won't have as many assignments. Um, so take a look and make sure that you do those next week. All right. All right. Good to see you, Shay. so, um, so let me just kind of go over some things with you, just to kind of um, for the counting elements examples. Where are you, counting elements? All right. Identify the number of elements in each chemical formula. So we're going to be talking about balancing equations. I'm going to start you off balancing equations today because I hate it. It's probably the most challenging of the assignments. It takes some puzzling, it takes some making mistakes and trying over again. It's like an algebra problem where if you plug in the number you get for algebra for x, you can tell that it's the right answer. But counting elements is the key to finding the number of elements or number if the equation is balanced. Okay, so we're going to look at chemical formulas, chemical equations. So in this particular one here, let me get my pen up here. Right, and I will do the caption, toggle the caption here. Right, so this is the coefficient right here. The 2 is the coefficient. It means that you have 2 molecules of HCO3. So normally the number of elements here, okay, so still has 3 elements, right? Hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. But if we figure out how many total atoms here, all right, we have hydrogen. It shows that we only have 1, but because we have that 2 in front of that, we're going to get twice as many. Okay, it's kind of like 2x, 2 times the number. So it's like a parentheses in your algebra problems. 2 times h, 2h. Remember, this is 1. 2 times 1c. So this gives you c is equal to 2. And then 2 times 3 is 6 oxygens. So, right? So that's the coefficient here. And that's what makes these different from anything else, right? So normally we've been talking about just doing it with straight H, C, and O. We got 1, 1, and 3. We had 5, but now we have a total of 10. Okay, twice as many. So that's how these coefficients work. And when you do balancing equations talks about how in a chemical reaction, what goes in has to come out. The same number in, the same number out. It just gets rearranged. Okay, just get rearranged, and we'll show you how to do that today. Hey, Serenity, you're in London, Ohio. Nope, we're not doing Pear Deck today. We're going to do Kami today. So let me first, let's show you how, I'm going to have you guys try these examples here in Blooket. Give you a little practice here, right? So Blooket, I'm going to give you a link to some questions. Where are you? Counting atoms. Okay, I'm going to host this. So in the poll, are we going to do Crypto Hack again today? Type, start a poll. What kind of game are we going to play today? All right. All right. Game. I got to put something up in the name here. Game. Crypto Hack is that was the last time we played. Anybody going to do something different? So crypto, Gold Quest, Monster Brawl Cafe. Oh, Monster Brawl. I got first time I've ever seen Monster Brawl in there. Hey, Namara, how are you? We're going to talk to each other today at noon. I missed you the other day. So we got cafe, crypto, and dot, dot, dot. It's dot, dot, dot. That means you could go with anything, right? Okay, so it looks like crypto is what I got so far. 2 cryptos, 1 cafe, 1 dot, dot, dot. So you'll do anything. All right, so let's do crypto and host that. All right, get in there, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate it. It tells me how well you're doing. I'm going to, because there's only like 10 questions, I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. I'm going to host this now. Give you the ID, right? Let me give you a public chat. Here we go. Here we go. So as many people as you can get in there. Tell me if you can count atoms. Tell me if you can count atoms, okay? Counting atoms is important. Did I give you the link? I did, didn't I? It's Friday. Come on, Liliana. Hey, Cheyenne, thanks. And Heaven, come on, guys. Ethan L, Deborah, Juan, Caleb, your microphone's not working. Your headphones aren't working. Keegan, Liliana, Madison, Namara, Rainey. Rainey, I know you're good at this. You're really good at this. And again, thank you again for checking out that test for me. Oh, you were the first person to try it. I didn't have to fix it for anybody else. CC, come on. You're in there, right? Yeah, CC's in there. Come on, Tad. Let's go. Let's go. 6 people. That's it out of 21. You guys can do this. This is a lot of fun. Crypto hack. Come on, Juan. Thanks, Shay. Come on, Deborah. Oh, yes, Deborah's in there. Byron. Anella's already in there, right? Yep, Anella's in there as well. See if I get some new people. Namar, are you going to get in there? All right. How about you, Izzy? You in there yet? Thanks, Liliana. All right. I'm going to get started here. Going to pull the trigger. There we go. Turn my screen off here. Skip. We know how to do this. We know how to play this game, this sinking game. I'm going to put this on pause. All right, final standings here. Vanilla 2, Cheyenne 3. How did that happen, Cheyenne? You were in first place. Reese, all right. You guys are getting much better at those and the counting atoms. Okay, so all right, so let me show you what's going on today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if I can do this for you guys. Okay, so here is So we're going to do this assignment together. Let me clear the chat here. I'll put this in the breakout room or the clear here. I'll put this in the shared notes as well. So I'm kind of moving ahead because I'm not going to be able to be here next week. You're just going to see my video feeds. All right, and I'm going to make them into Edpuzzles. But this assignment is next week's assignment, and it's actually worth 15 points, not bonus points, but actual points. So let me show you. Where did that go here? I know I've got it somewhere. All right. Let me see if I can see it here. All right, so here it goes. Okay, so that's what this looks like. All right. Okay, so we're going to work on this together, and I'm going to let you go. So there is a video. If you don't get a chance to do this, there's a video as well. If you click into this, we can do this together. You're probably going to need a split screen with this in order to do it. Okay, so let me see if I can write on this or not. Let's see. Okay, all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on a Kami assignment because you guys should be in Kami. So let me do this so I can do this here. So I'm going to go to Kami and get my own assignment. Kami. All right, so if you go ahead and tell me if you got in there, if you're having any problems getting in. All right, so this is what it looks like. So the nice thing about the Kami assignment, all right, is that you have all these, you can watch the video, you can see the simulation. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to click on the simulation and we'll do this together. Like I said, this is called the balancing equation here, right? So I'm going to show, this is going to be half the screen, and then I'm going to do the Kami, all right? So I've got half the screen. I don't want the booklet, I want that. Okay, so introduction. Okay, so in balancing equations, tell me if you're in there or not, okay, ladies and gentlemen? Tell me that if you're in so I don't go too fast. I'm going to do a split screen. You guys don't have to. If again, you might want to if you, because I'll show you my results. But you're going to have. I'm not going to do the whole assignment for you, right? I'm going to let you. Thanks, Deborah, for getting in. Thanks, CC. Okay, so in a balancing equation, okay, you can only play with the coefficients, right? Coefficients. You cannot change this. People want to. They want to change this thing right here. Oh, I can't even touch those. All right. So you can't change those, the little 3, the little 2, little 2. You can only change the coefficients. Now, what's really nice about this is you get to actually see the molecules as we do this. Okay, so we're going to make ammonia, and you can see that this is, and I'll show you how this goes. Okay, so we want to make, so N2, so this is what they call and this is not going to help me here. I don't think I'll be able to write on here. This is, on this side is the reactant side. Maybe I should do this. All right, where are you? Let me do this. Okay, so if I make this bigger, let's do that. Make it bigger, bigger, bigger. Okay, so this side is considered the reaction side or reactant side or the starting side. Okay, things start right here, right? So I get some things together that will react to each other. That's the start. Okay, I bring these two together, and then this is what ends up. Okay, and they usually call this the product. And if you think about the product, that's what they used to call the answer to a multiplication problem, right? So it's kind of the same thing, right? Yours won't load. Okay. Um, it might take a while, right? You can also, I can send you a copy of this if you want. In a, let me see if I can send you a download of this. Okay. All right. Go to, let's see. Can I send you a download presentation? Oh, here we go. Download. Okay, so what I can do is I'll download that. All right. And give you that. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll make a copy. Okay, so what I'll do, I'm going to go to, if you're having trouble with this, let's go to the, I'll give this Canvas. I'll go to week 6, group 16, or I should say week 16. Right, and then I will put it in. There we go. Where are you? Modules, module 16. I'm going too far. It's right up at the top. Makes sense. Right up at the top. All right, so week 16. And you can get, where are you? All right, so in the notes page, I will put this in here. All right, I'll edit this, and then I'll put the Kami assignment right in there. So FET Kami assignment. So you can write on this one. Okay. Hopefully anyway. All right. So let's do this. I'll open this. I'll give you a link. Take me a while here. Week 6. Let's see. Downloads in 16. Kami export. There we go. Submit. All right. So if you go to week 16 and go to the notes page, try that, Reese. Okay. Right? Try that and see if that'll open up for you. It might take, at least you can download it to your computer. All right, let me go back to this. And okay, so as I was saying, you have a start and an end, and what they usually call this, they call this the reactant side. Oops, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Reactant side. So these have to react. Reactant. Okay, and this arrow means produces something. Okay, so these two elements produce NH3. Okay, so we need to put numbers in here. Okay, so let's take a look at what we do on this assignment here. Okay, so I'll show you this. Right, so we can start, we have to put a 1 in here. Okay, so let me do that. So let's start with one of each. You notice that we have two, if I look at this, we have two nitrogen molecule with two nitrogen atoms on it, a molecule with two hydrogen atoms on it. But now we have one nitrogen and three hydrogens. Okay, so that's not balanced. Okay, and law of conservation, what goes in has to come out. So I have to get this to balance. Okay, so, and we can do, I think we have a balance on here. Do we have a balance? Okay, here we go. Here's our balance. Okay, so notice it is heavy on the, it's light on the product side for nitrogen, but heavy on the hydrogen side, heavy of hydrogen on the product side. So you can see that. So what I can do is I can, let's try to get the nitrogens balanced. So I'm going to make there 2. Now look at that. I've got that balanced here. I've got 2 nitrogens and 2 nitrogens. That's great. But now I'm really overbalanced on the hydrogen side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to this side, the reactant side, and I'm going to add some more until I get the smiley face. Okay, so these are my coefficients that I'm going to put in to this assignment. So let's do that together. 1, 3, 2. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 in here. 1. And actually, you don't need to do that, but 1, 3, and 2. Okay, so you can double check that. So 1 molecule of nitrogen gives you, and 3 molecules of hydrogen gives you 2 molecules of ammonia. This is ammonia. And you can see from that. Tell me if you're, hey Jada, if you guys are, if you're in there or not, if you're up to where I am, make sure that I'm not going too fast. Hey Jada, you want to get in that link there? Tell me when you're done with that first one. All right, Cheyenne's done. Anybody else? Let me tell. Okay, if anybody else needs help. All right, Reese is working for you. Okay, cool. Me too. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Okay, so we're going to do water. It says water H2O. So let's go over here. All right, we're going to do water. All right, so again, I've got this in the balance here. So I'm going to put automatically, I'm going to try 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So this is called a decomposition reaction. You take one thing and you're breaking it into hydrogen and oxygen. And so notice on this side, the hydrogen's balanced on both sides. You got 2 molecule of hydrogen and a molecule of hydrogen. And here we've got 2 molecules of oxygen and only 1 molecule of oxygen on the reactant side. So let's go and try and get that, make it 2. So now we do. We have 2 molecules of hydrogen, and now we got 4 molecules of hydrogen. So anybody have an idea what I can do on this side to make this balance the hydrogens out? Anybody have an idea? What number can I put in the hydrogen here? And again, you try it out. Add 1 more oxygen. Okay, if I add 1 more oxygen, oops, nope. It gives me, so if I leave it at 1, it's balanced. See, it's balanced right there. So it's the hydrogen I need to do something with. Anybody have an idea what I want to do with the hydrogen? What number can I put in there? Okay. All right, so let's try 2. Okay, 2 hydrogens. Okay, if we added 2 more, we'd make it 3, and notice it's too many, right? So now you can see I have 4 hydrogens, 2 oxygens, and 2 oxygens. So let's go back over here and do this. So we got 2, 2, and 1. 2, 2, and 1. All right, so let's do that. 2, 2, and 1. And even though this looks different on there, this is what they call the reactant side. Anything on the left is the reactant side, right? This just happens what they call is the breaking it down, and this is the product side. This is what they call decomposition reaction, because we're taking one thing and breaking it apart. This is actually called, yeah, it says right here, this is a composition or synthesis reaction. This is a decomposition reaction. So let's do number 3. This is a combustion reaction or a replacement reaction. So also notice that I've got hydrogen and oxygen here and hydrogen and oxygen there on the product and the reactant side. All right, so I cannot, if I'm starting out with carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, I will end up with carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen just rearranged. So it's not possible for me to say this becomes a nitrogen, right? NO2. It's not possible for that to happen because I didn't start with nitrogen, right? So that is the whole point of what you start with. The atoms going in have to end up as atoms going out, all right? Atoms going in, atoms going out. Okay, so let us try this one. Right, so we're going to go to combustion of methane. Right, let's do this. Okay, so let's start with 1, 1, and 1. Sometimes 1, 1, and 1 works out. All right, so it doesn't work out. So we are heavy on the hydrogen on this side, right? And we're light on the hydrogen on this side. Okay, so anybody have a clue where you would go? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I usually, if it's heavy on one side, I go to the other side. So I need to make adjustment on the H2O. Add one more H2O, okay? Cool. Yep, hydrogens are great. Carbons are great. Oxygens aren't. Oxygens are light on this side, on the reactant side. Anybody got an idea what we can do to the oxygen? Okay, do a 2. Let's see. You are right, Deborah. Exactly. Look at that. We got one carbon on this side. Perfect balance. 4 oxygens here. 4 oxygens. We got 2 oxygens over here and 2 oxygens over there. And we got 2 hydrogens, 4 hydrogens and 4 hydrogens. 2 times 4 is 2 times 2 is 4 hydrogens. So let's do that together. Here, let's put 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 1, 2. I got the eraser on. Okay. 1, 2. I'm not writing this very well. Let me get this big. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. All right, so this one is a little bit more complicated. This is part 2 game. Okay. So we're going to write this information here. So let's look at the game part of this one. Okay. Game is part 2. So we have to go into the game mode. All right. And we're going to go level 1. Level 1. All right. So they're going to give us a variety of different ones here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So yours might be different than mine. Right. So there are we got to do 5 of them. I'm going to do a couple of them. So I'm going to put down, this is carbon and oxygen. I'm going to put 1, 1, and 1. All right. And I can check. It's balanced. Okay. If it's not, I could double check. So there's 1 carbon and 2 oxygens. Okay. So all I have to do now is I put down 1 C plus 1 O2. Let me write this bigger. Gives me 1 CO2. Now, you don't have to write the ones in, but that's okay. So this is what I would do. Put 1 C plus 1 O2. Remember, this is the reactant side, and those are the product side. All right. So what I'm going to let you guys do is I'm going to let you guys take a few minutes, and then we will ask somebody to share their screen so we can get some of that information. So what I want you guys to do is take this link here, all right? Let me double check here. Let me go back here. Home screen. All right, so this is, and then go to, and then if you're having trouble, let me know. Okay, because this is actually, double check if that link works where it's supposed to go. Yep, it does. Okay. I kicked myself out, ladies and gentlemen, of all things. There we go. Let's go back to showing the screen here. Okay. So if you do the next one in the game, right? And then show me, so this says next. And if you want to put, if you have trouble with this, let me know. And we can show your screen or if you've got one done, if you want to show your screen of having one done so other people can copy that down, that's great. Show me your screen, that would be great. I'm going to put this on pause. You don't get this one? Okay. Is this the one you're on?